creating the world we're now living in. We are competing in. We are repeating in. We are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind from best in the world to best for the world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift, intentionality, perceptuality, conceptuality. We are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world, best for our world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional.
Hello and welcome to another broadcast. We're located in Lomma in Skåne, and this is actually it's our fifth broadcast today, Stellan, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My name is Adam, and today we will talk about the future and the present of the youth. And with me I have Stellan Nordahl.
Yeah, the both of us are here today, so I'm happy that I can sit here and speak about the youth. And for me, maybe youth is more the dynamic part of what we do, and so hopefully I can contribute also in this dialogue, and not only by age or by the non-dynamic. I mean, you get static at some point,
exactly.
and but that I believe it has, in some sense, with age to do, but not only. So good to be here with you, Adam. I'm so glad to be invited by you into this talk, and I would like to ask you a question about youth. What is youth for you?
Yeah, youth for me, it's not only our future, but it's also our present. Like people often discuss that we have to handle our youth with intention for them to watch to handle us in the future, if you understand what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So the youth for me is basically the world itself, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. So it's like a capability, more or less, something you need to be able to embrace both the present and the future.
Exactly,
yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Me myself, I'm quite young, I could say.
Mm.
I'm only 17 years old. I'm turning 18 in April, 30th of April. So I would say that I'm a part of the youth. I know, and I know that everyone in the world will become a youth in some age or has been. So it's actually a very important stage of our life, because it forms us. It forms our personalities and what we will want to do with our life.
I also believe that it's not only forming you. I would also say that the dynamic capability also is something that we need right now, a lot of in society and in on our organizations and so on. We have seen that we have had a year of change, and the more dynamic you have been, that capability has been crucial for how we have dealt with this pandemic, and also how we can have a year of change from now and a year from now. What can then happen? And I would say involving youth is, for me, not only natural but crucial. And I really liked what you said, that youth is something, a stage that you are in. But I maybe would like to add, could we have, I don't know exactly what your perception is, but could we use your perception? Could I embrace that perception? Can I engage in that perception? It would be interesting to hear for you, Adam, what is best for the world for you? When you think of that, and when you feel it, and when you embrace it, what does it mean, and how does it feel for you?
Of course. No, it's a very good question. What's best for the world? I think it's a question that humans have tried to answer for for all of the years, like since the time of Adam and Eve, and
You were present already then.
exactly. No, but for me, the best for the world, how we could go from best in the world to best from the world, best for the world. Sorry, it's to make people involved and stuff, especially for our youth. Like, if we make involvement in many different things, if we show our interest in them, then they will also be interested, or then we will also be interested, because in us later.
That's interesting. What you just sorry, I just interrupted.
No, of
But
course.
what you just showed us, all of us, both me and everyone, is that you can have many we, and it doesn't have to exclude. So you're both a human and a youth.
Exactly. No.
Sorry, yeah, go on. Sorry, I just wanted to embrace.
No,
Say that.
so in my opinion, involvement is the most important thing to be best for the world, because it's the only fact that we will understand that it's something very important. It's what we do, if you understand what I mean.
And I believe that I don't know how to put this, but if you could choose, and we can, and that's the odd thing, but sometimes you have to say it like it's not what it really is. You can reformulate it then later on, but sometimes it helps us to say if something, nothing can stop you, and there is nothing that hinders you, and there is no, what kind of a world is the best for the world? You're talking about the engagement and involvement, and what else do you see? When we ask that question, we should also remember it's exactly like that, but we tend to forget that over and over again, that we can redefine and reimagine everything at any point.
No, I understand what you mean, and when you ask what's the best for the world, in my opinion, it's to sometimes if we go to another topic that also has to do with this, especially the adults of society, they look down on the youth, like they don't take them as seriously. They don't really care about them, because they don't think that they are as smart as them, and in many different things. So in my opinion, for the world, everybody has to change their attitudes towards the youth of the society.
I'm also thinking of, okay, so if we use the word empathy for a while, and you put yourself into an adult's shoes, how would you have related to youth?
Oh, how would I have related to youth? No, I can understand that there are many misconceptions about them, about us. I actually I can't get it, because in many sites, they also, like in the news and stuff, people always tend to blame it on the youth, but in the end, whose fault is it?
And is
Because
it
who have raised them, who have no, not the parents,
No.
but I mean the society itself.
yeah, but that's us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. No,
So what I'm thinking of is it important to find whose fault it is? I'm thinking again, if you use that ability for a while and put yourself in my shoes, looking at the youth, how would you like it to be? I understand that what you're saying here, that a lot of what we see in media is blamed on youth, and blamed on misunderstood youth. So let us not misunderstand. And how can we do this? I mean, how should we look at the youth?
yeah.
Help us out.
You said before that it's the blame, or I I forgot what you exactly said.
Yeah.
But you have to find the source to work with it, if you understand what I mean. Because without
Wow.
the source, you won't be able to make the life better. if you understand what I mean.
You have to have some part of it. That's interesting because I have another. I have a totally other topic where this is also relevant, and that is, for instance, if you see something that is beautiful, you have to have that beautiful within you. That beauty within yourself. Otherwise, you can't see it. So maybe this is what you say. You need to have some kind of youth within yourself to be able to see it.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like, but I mean that the problem, so the problem gets solved. We have to look at the main source, because it's there where we can work with it, where we can work with the adults, where we can work with the other youth and education and stuff. And this, I will have a topic tomorrow. And I'll talk about the like, not the same exact things, but it's very close to it.
And you
So-
also have guests in. Guests in that.
I will also have guests in it. But so the main topic, it has to be why all the youth are looked down upon. If you
Yeah,
get
it's
what I
strange
mean.
actually.
Yeah.
I when you say it like that, I can't understand actually, because when I look at my kids, they are a little bit younger than you, 13 and 9, 8. Yeah, sorry. She just got a year older. No, she's 8, and I can't
We
see.
grow fast.
Yeah, we go fast. Yeah. I can't see anything else than love. I can't see anything else than curiosity. I tend to see some things that are not them in them. Some of it is me, and some of it is, we can call it society, but most of them are they. And there is nothing of that I should look down upon. I would say there is so much to honor. Maybe that's the best word I can come up with. I honor their way to look at things, how they engage in things, how they. Very often we say that kids play, for instance, and meaning that what they do is not for real. I would say there is nothing that it's so real than when a small child is playing. It's for real, definitely for real.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I would like to have that ability and to be that present in the now, and at the same time embrace the future, because that's what they're doing. This is, for me, so much to honor, and I can't see. At some point, I understand what you say, that we look up down, but why is that? I can't understand it.
No, if I'm just going to start where you ended, like you see your kids that way, but because of course you will love them. It's your kids. But if you would see another kid, maybe it wouldn't be the same thing. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I get it a little bit, but not totally. It could be it's because it's me. I don't know. But what I'm thinking of is like, okay, so I take you as an example then.
Yes.
Okay, first time we met, it's less than a year ago. You
in the
were
summer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
last summer, that's right. You were part of a program that the city you live in were having, and I was invited there to do some stuff. And the interesting thing was that I would say a mutual understanding. At the same time, I looked into your eyes. I realized that this guy has he has not only preserved his curiosity, he has embraced it, and he wants to share it to the world. So it was a mutual. I guess that's from my point of view. You have to help me out there, Adam, if you can. I don't really know how to put it, but it was so obvious for me at that point that I didn't maybe know that we were going to sit here like this, but I'm not surprised, if you know what I mean.
No, I understand what you mean, and for that curiosity to come out, for for the people to not be scared to and to share their curiosity, if you understand what I mean. Because a lot of times in school and stuff, that's the environment where the youth and where the kid will evolve. It's like the main principle of the society, if you understand what I mean. Because it's there where they will meet their friends. Their teacher are their role models, even their parents. But sometimes you often spend more time evolving in the school than at home. So the main source for it to be better, for kids to be like, I'm not wanting to sound like cocky or anything, but for the youth to be like me, they have to have the chance from the beginning. They have to have real role models where they're not afraid to show their feelings, to show what they think, show their idea and their perspective of the world, even at home. Because many times in school the dumb kid will be neglected, but that dumb kid, he has another perspective of the world.
Yeah, probably.
If you understand.
Probably.
Yeah.
And maybe there's where the misunderstanding comes up.
Exactly.
I have also something related to this, which I believe is, at some level, it's human. So I don't blame anyone, but I would like us to have another way of doing it, and that is when, for instance, you have this child that we can call it misunderstood for a while. It's still a small child. This little child grows up, goes from one grade to another in school, and at some point that kid seems to be stuck in the I don't know what the picture of him or herself. It's like it's self amplifying and self it's like you all people around looks at this little kid as it's stiff, as it's static, as this is how you are, this is you.
Exactly.
You are ... and you can fill in troublemaker or I don't know, whatever you can fill in there, but a lot of stuff. And the first thing that happens when that kid, I don't say this is for everyone, but I've seen it. The first thing that happens when you take that kid into another context, everything is totally different.
Everything's different, yeah. As soon as you believe in the kid, the kid will believe in him or herself. So the most important thing for us to change our perspective of the youth, we have to start trusting them. We have to start listening to them, to try to see the world from their perspective, because all they're doing, they're seeing the world from your perspective. If you understand what I mean. They have to from a young age, they have to adapt to the world, but in their mind, they live in a different world. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah, I get it. I at least I think I get it. And for you who are listening to this, for me, this is what Adam is sharing here is pure wisdom. So if you just didn't realize what you just heard, just rewind the YouTube and go back here and listen again. That's what I'm saying here. And the interesting thing is that I believe that what you're telling me right now is within every child and within every kid and with every youth. The question is, how much of it do we allow to get out and to have a context and a play area, and can we play, and how do we play, and what is play and what is reality, and I would say this is where I believe we have a long way to go, but at the same time we can quantum leap. That's the step, and just put ourselves into the shoes of the youth.
Exactly. No, exactly. It's like what you say. We have to let them explore instead that we explore for them. if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, and I liked when you said we into without saying them before. So if we can go back to to that we, I love that, because then it could be me into that we also, and it doesn't have to be any them. And I mean, every person, I guess, have their dreams, and I don't mean dream like I would like to be or something like that. I mean really dreams, really real life experiences that they can share. And I've thought of when you said before that looked upon when you look down to someone, or if we turn it around and say instead, what can I learn from this person? No matter what age, no matter what background, no matter whatever, what can I learn? What is there to explore? What is that wants to both emerge and evolve and maybe even emit? I mean, like something that
Exactly.
is being emitted out of that source.
And the only way to learn from others is to speak with them, and to spend time with them. Like now, when we're speaking, I'm learning new things from you, and you're learning new things from me. And hopefully,
definitely.
all of you that will listen will also learn new things. So it's the only time where we can understand each other. When we spend time with each other.
And how often then? I'm judging here. I'm just trying to formulate a question that is non-judgmental. Let's see if I can manage. So, how many of you listening to this, and I'm speaking now to people my own age and above, adults. How many of you do spend time with young people? How many of you? Can you add? If you have 1 hour a week, can you make it 2? If you have 0 hours, can you make it any hour? If whatever it is, be with young people, ask them questions, try to see how they look at the world.
Exactly.
That would be super interesting, I guess, and maybe also see if we can find ways to do this. How can we get cross functions from youth and maybe companies or people in their age? How can we create this work together?
Exactly. It's not only interesting, as you say. It's in my opinion, it's essential for us to change ideas, to understand each other.
Yeah. I like the correction. Thanks.
Yeah. No, because the only way that will go best for the world is start trusting each other, because the kids and the youth, they also live in our world. It's not just us, not just them, as I said before. We all live in this world. We all share it together. So why won't we all share our ideas?
Yeah, definitely. I really like that, and I'm thinking here of how can we do this? Have you any thoughts of it? How can we find those maybe places, contexts? How can we find the ways forward to this?
No, in my opinion, it's just by trusting kids from a very young age and to listening to them. Because many times when kids speak, they get looked down upon, or maybe they get laughed at. So they won't be able to speak again.
No,
because
and that's sad.
Yeah. They won't have the confidence for it. So we have to start from a very young age, and then especially in school, and for the parents, just talk to the kids.
Okay, so see if we can find some advice there for someone who doesn't have any, let's say, call it normal relation or a day-to-day relation to a young person. Where can we? How can we create those, or how can we find those ways? Have you any ideas there? Have you thought of it?
I haven't actually thought of it, but social media is a very big thing.
Yeah. Thanks. I like that. Social media seems at least to be a big thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I can say that 99.9% of all the youth
Mm.
spend time on social media.
Mm.
So maybe it's an easy way to start
Mm.
for everyone,
Mm.
because I can understand that maybe if a grown 55-year-old man writes to a young girl,
No, then it gets a little bit
freaked
odd.
out. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So you have to be a little bit more cautious, of course, how you interact and,
How you
and on
interact,
what
yeah.
terms and on what context and so on. I understand that.
Mm.
So what I'm thinking of, okay, so let's say I want to engage with Adam Taki.
Mm.
Okay, where do I find you then? I find you in the city of Malmö.
Mm.
Okay, and we found each other at this specific development program for
Yeah.
young people. Okay, so and you're present at LinkedIn. I realized that because you posted a lot of stuff, and I was a little bit, wow, he's on LinkedIn. I didn't think of that up until you posted something there, and then you're present on I guess platforms that I'm not interacting with. So maybe I should go into some. Where do I find you best? Where is Adam at his best?
I can say like Snapchat is an app that all the youth use, but also it's like it's just for people you know.
So it's a
Sort of,
community based.
Yeah, it's a community based, but not many kids and not many youth like 11 plus maybe are in LinkedIn.
No.
So in my opinion, as you said it, I got an idea in my head. It's very good if more people at a younger age would be active on LinkedIn, because it's also where you can learn, where you see new perspectives of the world. So if they create a program in school or something, that would be a very good idea.
Maybe we can have like LinkedIn and Snapchat to do like a third, or if we create a third-party app where we can engage with each other. I don't know. Maybe there are so many ways forward, of course, and maybe we should wrap this up and take it further. I have an idea. See if you like it. Could it be of interest for you, Adam? I know that you're going to spend some time here during this weekend with all those Best for the World broadcasts. You have your own concept. What is this called tomorrow?
My concept is how society treats people differently. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So it's also for the youth as well.
As well, yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
And upon that, I'm thinking of, could it be of interest for you to have, let's say, in 24 hours or something, I don't know, tomorrow at some point, we do a half an hour
Recap.
Yeah, recap and maybe reflect or set intent or see, okay, does you and I look at the world at the same as we did now?
Yeah.
And what else can we do?
It would be very good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So shall we say thanks to all the listeners and if you engage in this in a much later moment than our now, let's say in the future, let's say in 2 years from now, you find this clip, then Adam had turned adult and got his license for driving a car and so on. So well, reach out anyway.
Yeah, of course. Always reach out. And we'll meet later.
Yeah, we do so. Thanks. Take care. Bye.
We are creating the world we're now living in. We are competing in. We are repeating in. We are believing in. It's time for us to shift our mind from best in the world to best for the world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. It creates a new world to mind a shift, intentionality. Perceptuality, conceptuality, we are choosing to shift our mind to best for the world, best for our world. Make decisions intentional, to take decisions intentional, making decisions intentional. make decisions intentional. To take decisions intentional. Making decisions intentional.